This was once one of Iraq's largest lakes. Now it's little more than a puddle.
In Syria and Iraq are facing water shortages as the region's longest river, the Euphrates, dries up.
The Euphrates River has a storied past and a distinctive beauty. However, what can be the reason behind such extreme behavior? Let's explore this perplexing puzzle. Identify what the enigmatic Euphrates River closure has revealed. The Euphrates River, one of the world's longest and most important rivers historically, has generated a lot of conjecture and enthusiasm recently. The river's blockage, a crucial waterway that runs through Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, has had an impact on local people in addition to piquing the interest of researchers around the world. Many people are excited to see what has been uncovered from the mighty Euphrates depths after hearing rumors of an incredible discovery. The long-awaited news has finally been made public after weeks of anticipation. A team of researchers under the direction of eminent archaeologist Dr. Emily Collins has discovered a 5,000-year-old temple. The temple's spectacular architectural style and flawless craftsmanship have mesmerized specialists. It is thought to be devoted to a deity from a long-lost culture. Our understanding of ancient civilizations has advanced significantly with the appearance of this temple along the Euphrates River. It sheds light on a bygone era that has long captivated historians and archaeologists while providing a view into the rich cultural legacy of the area. Dr. Collins, who has devoted her life to solving historical puzzles, expressed her delight at the finding. She emphasized the need for preserving and researching this recently discovered temple, since it may shed light on the customs and daily lives of the civilization that once flourished along the Euphrates River. Even though it inconvenienced nearby people and blocked trade routes, the Euphrates River's closure ultimately made it possible for this amazing discovery. Researchers now have the rare opportunity to study and excavate the site without worrying to destroy the temple or losing important artifacts, thanks to the government's decision to temporarily restrict river traffic and water supplies. Researchers are expected to swarm to the site as word of this finding spreads in order to contribute their expertise and unearth further mysteries buried within the temple and its environs. The scientific world is now hopeful of solving the riddles of this ancient civilization that have lain concealed for far too long due to the possibility of other groundbreaking finds along the Euphrates River. This discovery has a significance that goes beyond just scientific interest. The rise of the temple serves as a display of the complex historical web that has molded our planet. It serves as a reminder of how much our history still affects and motivates us now. The Euphrates River's water levels have significantly dropped, particularly in northeast Syria. The local farmers who depend on the river for irrigation have been severely harmed, as has the vegetation in the area. The Euphrates River is in its current state as a result of a number of recent events, including climate change, dam construction, and upstream water use. Due to the decreased water flow, trees in the area have withered and died, converting formerly fertile fields into desolate deserts. The local populace, who primarily rely on the Euphrates for drinking water, is also affected by the river's retreat in addition to the local vegetation. Farmers' families are now forced to travel great distances in search of alternate sources of water because they no longer have access to clean water. Existing political and social conflicts in the area have gotten worse as a result of rising tensions between various groups. Initiatives to enhance water management and boost irrigation practice efficiency are among the measures used to address the problem. The difficulties experienced by locals in the delicate ecosystem of the Euphrates River, however, continue to be substantial. Farmers' livelihoods will continue to be negatively impacted by the consequences if insufficient steps are not taken to safeguard and restore the river's water levels, which will also worsen the already severe humanitarian situation in northeast Syria. First, we'll look at the Euphrates River's historical significance. This river has historically been an important supply of water for societies including the Sumerians, Babylonians, and Assyrians. It contributed significantly to the cultural and economic development of these ancient communities by giving them agriculturally productive land, enabling trade, and facilitating transportation. The Euphrates River's history is entwined with illustrious ancient towns like Nineveh, Babylon, and Ur as we learn more about it. The riches that the river offered allowed these cities to prosper, and today their remains serve as a reminder of the illustrious past that once prevailed along the Euphrates. The Euphrates River is gradually drying up, a stunning realization that we discover as we travel further along. This situation is a result of the development of dams, climate change, and excessive water use. This is having an adverse effect on the local populace, as well as bringing to light long-buried truths that have been buried beneath the waters of the river. Archaeologists and scholars are thronging on the sites as ancient treasures become visible due to the water receding. Ancient statues, artifacts, and even entire buildings are being uncovered on the riverbank, offering fascinating new information about these ancient civilizations' past. These recently discovered hidden gems offer a rare opportunity to research and safeguard the rich cultural legacy of our planet. The influence of human activity on the environment is revealed as the river gets smaller, highlighting the need for sustainable water management. The drying of the Euphrates River is a stark illustration of how interdependent human actions and the delicate balance of nature are. It serves as a reminder of the significance of exercising good environmental stewardship over our natural resources and the repercussions of failing to do so. Changes in precipitation and weather patterns brought on by climate change are the root causes of these droughts. The amount of water in rivers and other bodies of water decreases when evaporation rates grow in response to rising global temperatures. The Euphrates River is primarily dependent on snowmelt and rainfall to keep flowing, but with dwindling water supplies, it is unable to sufficiently replenish itself. Reduced groundwater levels are an important way that climate change has an impact on the Euphrates River. The demand for water from subsurface aquifers rises as the area undergoes lengthy droughts. The water table is lowered by this excessive groundwater extraction, further reducing the river's flow. Beyond its natural repercussions, the drying of the Euphrates River has far-reaching effects. For millions of people who live in nations like Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, the river provides a crucial source of water. Reduced water supply has an impact on the region's socio-economic stability generally, access to clean drinking water, and agriculture. Conflicts over water resources may arise as a result of the Euphrates River's depletion, escalating tensions in already unstable regions. A comprehensive strategy is needed to address climate change and the effects it's having on the Euphrates River. To lessen the severity of the issue, it is imperative to implement sustainable water management practices, lower greenhouse gas emissions, encourage reforestation, and identify alternate water sources. Let's examine the magnificent Gilgamesh epic. In this old story, Gilgamesh is introduced to us as a powerful character who is characterized as being 2/3 god and 1/3 human. He's also known as a brilliant builder and warrior. They start off fighting ferociously, although their physical strength is comparable. Gilgamesh, however, comes to the realization that Enkidu is his equal as the wrestling battle progresses, and he is no longer required to rule his people in a tyrannical manner. After their match, Gilgamesh and Enkidu become close friends and go on a number of adventures together. They travel to the cedar forest and slay the terrifying guardian Humbaba, gaining notoriety and admiration for their valor. However, the gods are aware of what they are doing and decide that one of them ought to pay for their brazenness. Enkidu is chosen as the god's target, and as a result, he becomes unwell and eventually passes away. Gilgamesh embarks on a quest for immortality as a result of his grief. In his quest to discover the key to eternal life, he comes across numerous fabled creatures and travels through perilous regions. He picks up insightful knowledge about the human condition and the certainty of death along the way. One of the first known literary creations in human history is the Gilgamesh narrative. Around 2000 BCE, it was written in ancient Mesopotamia and chronicles the story of Gilgamesh, the famous king of Uruk. According to legend, Gilgamesh was 2/3 god and 1/3 human, and he was incredibly wise and strong. However, he was also renowned for being a cruel and haughty leader who tormented his subjects. The gods chose to make Enkidu, a wild man, Gilgamesh's equal foe after observing the agony he caused. Enkidu had little exposure to human society because he was raised by animals in the forest. However, a trapper soon came across Enkidu and tried to domesticate him. He dispatched Shamhat, a temple prostitute, to pacify and seduce Enkidu. Enkidu was changed into a person with human understanding after having intercourse with Shamhat. Enkidu made the decision to face Gilgamesh after finding out about his repressive rule. The two powerful warriors clashed in combat, but because they were so evenly matched, they soon realized each other's superiority and became close friends. Together, they set out on a number of adventures where they encountered terrifying creatures, pursued immortality, and learned about ancient truths. The killing of the terrible beast known as Humbaba, the keeper of the cedar forest, was one of their most well-known exploits. Gilgamesh and Enkidu entered the jungle against the gods' warnings and eventually slew Humbaba, taking control of his woodland for themselves. This triumph, though, infuriated the goddess Ishtar, who vowed retribution against Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Ishtar unleashed the bull of heaven to wreak havoc on the Urukian homeland in her rage. However, the two buddies came together once more and killed the bull, further enraging the goddess. The gods decreed that one of them would perish as retribution for what they had done. Enkidu was the victim of their vengeance, becoming ill and passing away very soon after. Gilgamesh was grieved by Enkidu's passing, so he set out on a journey to become immortal and bring his companion back to life. He traveled to the farthest reaches of the planet, overcame enormous seas, and entered the realm of the gods. He met many people on his voyage, including the sage Utnapishtim, the only person to have attained immortality. Gilgamesh was informed by Utnapishtim that the immortality was not attainable by humans when he told him the narrative of the Great Flood. Instead, he gave Gilgamesh a chance at endless life in exchange for a 6-day, 7-night period of alertness. Gilgamesh, however, failed his test, acknowledging his mortality, and left for Uruk. Gilgamesh returned to his city a different man, despite the fact that he was unable to become immortal. He understood the value of his legacy and the potential influence he could have on his people. He tried to restore Uruk and make it more beautiful, leaving a lasting impression as a knowledgeable and kind monarch. The tale of Gilgamesh is an examination of the human condition that touches on issues like friendship, mortality, and the search for meaning. It serves as a reminder that even the most powerful people are ruled by the gods and the unavoidable cycle of life and death. A group of cuneiform tablets were found, which was another remarkable discovery as a result of the Euphrates River's decreasing waters. The earliest writing system ever discovered is preserved on these antiquated clay tablets. Writing on these clay tablets required deft hands to make imprints on the clay surface using reed pens or styluses. After the clay was dried and burned, the inscriptions became permanent, preserving the data for researchers to discover in the future. These cuneiform tablets contain a wealth of information. They include a variety of materials including official documents, laws, books, religious texts, and private communications. These tablets have been translated and deciphered by academics, offering important new information on prehistoric Mesopotamian culture. As the ancient river is no longer able to keep its secrets hidden, a new chapter starts to emerge, revealing the mysteries that were once buried beneath its surface. And that's all for now. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more great videos, and thank you for watching.